I'd also like to give a shout out, begin with recommended viewing. Rabbi Oury Cherki is well known. He's quite a prominent scholar, and I could only recommend that among the usual talking heads. He is not just a talking head. He is someone whom you should be listening to, someone with immense moral clarity, someone who's also unfortunately has been through his fair share of adversity and challenges in life, and he has quite a lot of experience. He is a good expositor of how Rav Kook's teachings, well, both Rav Kook the father and Rav Kook the son, their teachings and how they relate to our time. There's too many of us don't understand Rav Kook enough, and at least in the types of places I've been going to look or trying to listen to hear perspectives on what's going on today, no one gives Rav Kook's perspective, so it's good to have him around. So I recommend. He only has, as far as I can tell, content mostly in Hebrew and in French. So I stick to the Hebrew. My French is not that good. Oury Cherki. So he spells it French style. So it's Oury, and Cherki is spelled with Latin characters Cherki. I don't know if the French got it.
Okay, found it.
Yeah, that when you write ch, it's the ch sound and not the sh sound. Okay, so someone has to tell them that. You should write a letter to Macron or whatever, telling them they're all making a mistake. But whatever. Let's see here. And it reminds me of Rav Tzuriel. Rav Tzuriel also was quite knowledgeable of Rav Kook's teachings. He's the Baal Otzros after all. But unfortunately, Rav Tzuriel is no longer with us, so he can't react to modern developments. But then again, Rav Tzuriel left a wealth of information regarding these things. I was just looking at what Rav Tzuriel wrote on Parshas Mishpatim, and he points out that there's two problems with leaving around the Canaanites or anybody else who resembles Canaanites in the land. Says they could have the spiritual harm and the physical harm, and that's alluded to in a verse there, and also like Nachmanides points out in Sefer Bamidbar. So I'm sure Rav Tzuriel would have a lot to say now. You could pick up some of his books. There's quite a lot of guidance there, but nothing specific to what's been going on this month. So let's make mention of something that Rav Cherki mentioned. That last week we were talking about perhaps what would be considered war crimes sanctioned by the Torah, and Rav Kook had pointed out that when it says, I think this is Rav Tzvi Yehuda Kook, when the Torah permits, let's say, the Faf Toar and non-kosher food, ma'achalot asurot, for the chalutzei tzava, that is for the soldiers, what the intention was, as the Rambam brings, was keneged Yetzer Hara Dibra Torah. The Torah was talking to the Yetzer Hara, was like a response to the Yetzer Hara. What was going on there? It basically goes like this. There's an expression in Mishlei, in Proverbs, Maim Gnuvim Yimtaku. Stolen waters are sweet. What does it mean stolen waters are sweet? The second, something is forbidden, something's not allowed, so the Yetzer Hara is stronger. It says the stolen waters are sweet. Why are they sweet? They're not any better than any other water that was there. No, it's because the waters are stolen that they've become sweeter. Okay, so perhaps a person would be enticed to, let's say, eat this non-kosher food or engage in these what at least were illicit relations before the war started. Komash Balon, the Torah then permitted these, so that suddenly it's permitted, and the Yetzer Hara for these actions has been minimized. Okay, so it's no longer stolen waters, just an idea. That's why the Torah permitted these things. It's a way to reduce them actually happening. Remember, the Torah is not advocating for, let's say, taking of the Afaf Torah. However, there is an approach in the Rishonim, I think this is the Ramban's approach, that the promise of acquiring non-kosher foodstuffs from the conquered enemy is actually a blessing of the Torah. Certainly in context in Deuteronomy 6, that seems to be the promise that Am Yisrael will be given in their land, batim miliyim kol tuv asher lo miletha. They'll be given houses full of all sorts of goodies that they did not, it says that you did not fill. You didn't fill the house, but you get to enjoy all of it. So it doesn't seem like the way Rambam says. There's quite a few points of machlokas there between the Rambam and Ramban. So Laman HaEmes, for the sake of truth, we'll just point it out now. Rambam seems to say it's like I said, a permission for the Yetzer Hara. It's not meant to be lechatchila. Apparently, it says if they're hungry and it's an inconvenience for them to go get non-kosher food, actual kosher food. Whereas Ramban says it seems to be a total heter. Rambam seems to permit it for all wars, whereas Ramban, and I don't think this is an exact diuk, because you could answer this one and defend the Rambam. Ramban says that the heter for this non-kosher food was only in the wars of conquest of Canaan. Is the current war a war of conquest of Canaan? I hope it is, because if it's just the plan is to immediately surrender the territory to whoever comes next, then it will have almost been in vain. It's just going to lead to the next round. Okay, that's a different issue. And Rambam seems to permit, I think, the yayin nesech. That is, they find Gentile wine that was apparently used, or they have to assume it was used for idolatrous libation. And Ramban answers that such wine actually is not included in the permission, because avodah zarah was never anything having to do with tikrovas that was offered to idols, so that can't be permitted.